In the excerpt that follows this message from a recent episode of the Albert Byrne podcast, Issa Amro, human rights defender from Hebron, West Bank, and recipient of the Right Livelihood Award, sometimes referred to as the alternate Nobel Prize, delivers a simple yet urgent plea: pass the Occupied Territories Bill, due for consideration in the coming Dáil session. He calls it the most important piece of legislation in the world today, a trailblazer for other nations to follow. Ireland has been called to lead the way. The Dunnes Stores strike in 1984 in protest against apartheid resulted in Ireland 3 years later becoming the first Western country to ban South African goods, a victory that inspired the rest of Europe. Now history calls us again. The Occupied Territories Bill will ban goods and services from illegal Israeli settlements. It passed the Senate in 2018 and the Dáil in 2019 by a clear majority, yet has been stalled for 6 years, most likely due to pressure from the US administration and the Israeli lobby, due to its importance internationally and the impact it will have on the world stage. This is not just about trade. It is about whether Ireland will be complicit in genocide, ethnic cleansing, and the starvation of a people, or whether we will stand, as before, on the right side of history. Though small in size, Ireland's voice carries great weight. We must raise it now. Let us be the first country to pass this law in the next Dáil session and lead the way for other countries to follow. Let us be proud to be Irish and not look back in shame at our failure to act. Please sign this petition and make our voices known. Thank you.
Okay, so moving on to how people can maybe help in their own way to support the situation in Palestine. What is the role of the BDS, the Boycott, Divest and Sanction movement, and how can people who are watching this podcast engage meaningfully?
I hope that from the people who are watching this podcast to come and visit us in the field and learn more about the realities of the Israeli occupation and apartheid. This is something very, very important to people that the people know. Something else, to level up Palestinians, because we are here and the Israelis are here. Level up Palestinian education, level up Palestinian sport, level up Palestinians' economy, level up Palestinian voices. Be creative how to engage Palestinians in your daily life activism. So, to have joint artist activities, joint sport activities. So try to really engage with Palestinians' normal life with all its details. That makes huge difference. I'm in favor, and I love the Irish bill about making the settlement goods illegal, and any kind of relationship with the settlements is illegal. We should push the government to implement it. We should thank all the parliamentarians and the civil society organization who pushed for that bill. This is the most important bill on earth. Irish people, they are making the change. They are leading the world toward Palestinian freedom. They are giving us an example of real solidarity, real concrete actions to make the occupation and apartheid costly. So thank very much to the Irish lawmakers who are making this possible. I hope from the Irish people now to push their government to implement it, because I am very sure that many governments will follow. It's a big proud for people in Ireland that their government will lead to make the occupation and illegal settlements costly for the occupiers and for the Israeli government. This is something very, very important. We should all push for it and talk about it. And as an activist who's listening to me now, be creative and use any non-violence tactic or strategies to make the fighting the occupation part of your daily routine. And I'm here I'm very happy to answer their questions. If they write to me and to support us, we promise that we will not give up, but we want more protection, more support, more generosity for you because we are in the field. We need a lot of resources. So don't leave us alone. We will continue our non-violence struggle, and we are almost there. We will win. Many people in the world, they are changing their minds, and people here are waiting a moment, the right moment, the right time, the right place to start a non-violence revolution, to go down to the streets and have the civil disobedience against the occupation, because we all in the same direction. The unity will make us stronger, and we are all we can make the difference.
So, do you believe that it's a good thing then for our listeners to, if they find themselves looking at Israeli goods in the shop, for example, to not buy Israeli items in the stores, for example?
Yes, for sure. The Israeli occupation goods and the Israeli settlement goods, the Israeli products, should not be welcome in any country. The Irish bill is very, very important. That Israeli government should pay the price for their occupation, their apartheid, and their genocide. And that's one of the tools we can use to make the change.